Hello, hello, welcome back to Game Brigade. Today, we are going to be diving into Resident Evil, the board game. We're going to be doing an unboxing and rambling video. It is 2 in the morning, and I thought that would be the perfect time to take a look and see what's inside Resident Evil. So, let's put all these boxes down. We'll get through all of this stuff in due time, but we're going to need to get our knife and get everything ready to go. And I believe this is the core box. Doesn't say it on the box what it is. It just says Kickstarter Edition Survival Horror. But based off the weight, I'm going to say that this is the core box. So let me go ahead and get my camera ready for the close-up shot. And then we'll go ahead and open this box. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive straight into this game. This, funny enough, if you didn't know, is the third board game in the Resident Evil line. Surprisingly, Steamforge started with Resident Evil 2, my favorite game in the franchise. Then went to Resident Evil 3, my least favorite game in the franchise of what I consider the good games. And then decided to go to Resident Evil 1, the original, the OG. So I'm going to be taking a look. Can't really see where I'm at on the upper camera. We'll take a look inside here, and I'll give you a little, lesson of what I know, at least about Resident Evil, and my experience with it. So let's take a look inside the box. Ooh, really like that opening feeling here. This is whoa, this is the first zombie. This is the first zombie that you encounter in the game. And he is eating a body. You find him in the hallway. And when you were a kid, I played this when I was a kid. I played the Resident Evil Director's Cut. In fact, this box here is the same art of the PS version game that I owned. I had the Director's Cut. This scared the living jibby-jibbies out of me. I don't know what I'm going to do with this because it's kind of like a moving photo. Oh, it's got stuff on the back. It's got stuff on the back. I was going to say, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if this is gameplay related. But it has stuff on the back. So we'll just push that to the side. You got the Resident Evil rulebook. Love the art. Love the art. Let's take a look. So we got some zombies, a lot of different types of zombies. You have Lisa Trevor will be in this game. You've got the Tyrant, effectively. You've got Hunters, Crimson Heads. We'll talk about those, and Cerberuses. So you got plenty of stuff. The core box comes with Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield. Those are the two playable characters from the original game. You have Rebecca Chambers, the new medic recruit from Resident Evil 0. And you have Barry Burton, who wasn't a playable character, but was a mainstay among the game. So we got some different type of information here regarding the tiles. I've been hearing from people that the original Resident Evil 2 board game wasn't very well received. Resident Evil 3 cleaned it up, and so I think Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil, is a much better take on the game franchise. So we'll see. Here we have scenarios. So we have, according to the contents, you have the start of the campaign, scenario briefs, and then the scenarios. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Talks about the different floors that you'll be for each scenario. So first floor, West A. Second floor, West A. Then you'll have first floor, East A. So in the game, as you progress through the game, you'd kind of go through different types of the regions of the mansion, the Spencer Mansion. So that'll be cool. Yeah. Okay. And then it goes all the way to probably the final fight, which I don't want to spoil it if you don't know. So here we have some tiles. So let's go ahead. Let's get this close-up camera ready to go. We like to have this as an option if I want to show something, which almost always ends up I do. But I like showing you guys that 4K close-up shot. Get you guys the highest quality unboxings in the industry, if I can. So let's go ahead. want to make sure I was recording my audio. The worst thing that you can do in an unboxing video is not have your audio recording. I don't know where I'm throwing these. Oh, I threw it right at the camera. Okay, so one of the complaints I heard from people with this game were that the tiles were a little dark and small. And I can agree with that to an extent. So this is a known room from the video game. I remember this one. This is a puzzle room. You'll also notice there are biohazard marks on these tiles, but here's the dining hall. This is the first room you enter in the game. So that's kind of cool. The rooms are 100% very, very dark. On the opposite side, they are double-sided, so that's good to know. Yeah, they are very, very dark. I mean, it takes place in a mansion. So these tiles look identical. So these are some identical tiles. Let's go ahead and pull the camera out. Let's give it a little bit more of a wide angle. Yeah, so these tiles look very much identical to that first set. Yeah, okay, so we have an identical tile set. Okay, this one's different. So this is where we go. This is the second floor. This is the puzzle. There's a thing in the video game hiding in here. You have to drag stuff around. Can't believe I remember that. You have dead corpses up here. I wonder if the corpses are for the Crimson Heads. The Crimson Heads were incredibly frustrating if you didn't know that. They were zombies, and I don't remember this occurring in Resident Evil 2, but in Resident Evil 1, and I don't remember this occurring until the remastered. I played the remastered version whenever that came out, like 2010 or something. But the zombies, when you killed them, previously they would just stay dead. And you would only know that they were dead if a pool of blood formed at their body. Well, in the remaster, I believe, I don't remember this in the original game though, if you didn't burn their bodies or smash their heads in, they would come back faster and stronger, and they were called Crimson Heads. So, and in fact, if you didn't even kill a zombie, let's say you came across a dead body and you just left that dead body be there, it would resurrect usually later. And it's usually, there's a point in the game, you go into a outdoor balcony, and that's what triggers that part of the game happening, so those zombies will start resurrecting. So we got a bunch of different types of stars here. These Alpha, Bravo, these are for items, if there's items unlockable. These are a bunch of types of doors. Here we have ammo for different types of guns that you can have: shotgun, flamethrower, magnum, handgun. Those are very common. And looks like over here, similar situations. You got your health chart here. Same thing with the loot. And then we have assault shotgun ammo, grenade launcher, handgun. Okay. Here we have a much larger tile and some just additional punch. And you have some blood up here. These things say marked target, death grip, stuck door, crimson head prototype. Interesting. Okay, so those are all the punch. Let's take a look at how these minis look, and then I'll take a look at the insert. So in the core box, you're going to have 4 heroes. We can go ahead and zoom back in. So this is Barry Burton. He was known to have the Magnum, the revolver. God, if I could figure out how to paint really well, that'd be great. Okay, Rebecca. So she was not a playable character in the original game. She has her own standalone game called Resident Evil 0, where her and a ex-Marine who's a convict are on a train that also end up at the mansion. It was an Umbrella-owned train. So this is Jill Valentine, one of the main characters in the game. She's also the lead character of Resident Evil 3. One of my favorite characters. As is Chris Redfield. Just an incredibly cool dude. Just, an awesome guy. Just a cool dude. He has a sister named Claire Redfield. She is one of the main characters in Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica. So I'll probably be playing him or Jill first. We'll see. Okay, we have some hunt. Oh, this is the Tyrant. Oh boy, I thought he was a hunter. Definitely the Tyrant. Cool hand. Good looking butt. Gross shit all over him. You don't even have to paint this very much. You could honestly just do like a wash, and he would look fine. Because he kind of looks that way. He's kind of fleshy and kind of red. So these guys would definitely need to paint. They're green. These are kind of like frogs or something that I actually don't know the lore on these guys of what they are. You have Cerberus. These guys scared the hell out of me when they jump out of the windows in the very beginning of the game. And this is also what attacks you. Like that. Like that. That's what my daughter says. Like that. So, Cerberuses. We have... Looks like there are 4 models, but they're all identical. I wish they did different models for them. Here are those crimson heads I was referring to. So these are the guys that are just faster. They have claws, so I like that they're representing those. And they're much tougher, stronger than a normal zombie. And then here are some models of zombies that we have to kind of check out. This guy's arm looks really like Gumby-like. Okay? This guy, these are Shamblers. These are cool. Perfect zombies. The Gumby arm was kind of weird. Check out this guy's arm. Nice to meet you. That's what my daughter says when she shakes your hand. Nice to meet you. So, okay. Cool. So those are the miniatures. Inside we also have some stuff. This is for the ammo, and you have your dice for resolving effects. So that's that for playable miniatures. So in terms of Resident Evil, you might have said I said my least favorite game in the canon franchise. Resident Evil has an interesting history for me because it changes very drastically in Resident Evil 4, and I don't care for the direction Resident Evil went in that change. So I kind of see the Resident Evil that's my Resident Evil is 0 through Code Veronica. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, and Code Veronica. Those are all the traditional Umbrella and zombies that you would expect a zombie. So here, I'm not going to go through and open these cards because it makes it a real brat to organize. I'm a little nervous that these will not fit sleeved cards. Based on what I'm seeing here currently, these are already pretty much to the top. I'll have to organize these and see, you know, what's what. But I mean, yeah, you got really no room here. I mean, you got some stuff that can go up here, but again, that fills up that. So I'm not really sure how this will kind of look once it comes down. Plus, you have all this other stuff. I would love to be able to sparse this down to as little boxes as totally possible. So yeah, that's the core box. Really easy core box to unbox. We obviously got these tiles that we're gonna have to punch. They don't really give you a storage solution for the tiles either, so that's unfortunate. It's actually really unfortunate. There's like just, you know, it's just good luck. I wonder if anyone's done a reboxing video for this. Okay, so let's put all these tiles back. We'll deal with that later. Put the scenario and rule book back, and let's put this holographic thing back. Okay, so that is the core box. What do we want to hit next? There's a game trays box. There is storage solution. I forgot about this. Here is the game trays. Let's check this out. I like the cover of this. I like the white. It's very stark difference from the pure black that's all the other boxes. And this has the Stars logo on it. I wish it didn't say game trays. If it just said Resident Evil, the board game, Stars, I would love this. This, don't really love that. Stars is, you're in for the Resident Evil lore showdown here, guys. I'm gonna tell you everything I know. So STARS is the unit that you are part of, the elite special forces team of the Raccoon Police Department. It stands for Special Tactics and Rescue Services. And you are part of Alpha Team. And in the story, Bravo Team has gone missing. So it is your job to return them. Okay, so I'm going to keep this box in case I decide to use it. It's not the most usable, functional box. Okay, so inside there we have, looks like a token tray, which is cool. Looks like we have a bunch of stuff, and they have different rims for that. I'm hoping there's a video. Okay, this is a nice insert. Okay, so you got a lot of stuff that can go here. They have room for a bunch of different things. Stuff here, a bunch of different cards can go potentially there. So there is hope. There's definitely hope. And then here, these look like miniature spots. I don't know what's going to go there. Again, we'll have to see it out, but we'll figure that out. Let's go through all this stuff, because maybe some of this stuff is what's in there, and I don't know what any of this stuff is. So anyways, you are part of Alpha Team. Bravo Team went on a mission because there were reports of families getting attacked by mobs of people and then getting eaten. Obviously, they're zombies. So Bravo Team got sent out, and then they never reported in. So now you are part of Alpha Team going in. So here we have a bunch of different miniatures. This might be Alpha Team. The name of this box is the Fallen 5. So we got Albert Wesker's definitely here, and he's Bravo Team. I meant to say Bravo Team, but he's not part of. He's the commanding officer of Alpha Team. So we have a couple of cards here. Let's take a look here in the close-up shot. We have Advanced Edward Dewey, Richard Aiken. So he is part of Bravo Team. You run into him. And Rinso Marini, he is the commanding officer for Bravo Team. Albert Wesker is the commanding officer for Alpha Team. And Brad Vickers, God, I can't remember Brad Vickers, who the heck you are. But yeah, so that's more playable characters for us to play with. I don't know if these guys, let's kind of show some of these. Albert Wesker was such a cool dude. His lore has gotten kind of weird as the game has gone on. But definitely a cool guy. Okay, that's in Sino or something like that. Not quite sure who that is. Okay, you could match the faces up here, but some of these guys just look like guys. Okay, so those are those. That's the Fallen 5. And it has advanced versions of some of these cards. So, something kind of like this. Alright. Let's put these guys back for now and store them over here. Okay, let's see. What else do we have in here? These are the Kickstarter exclusive items. It just says Kickstarter exclusive. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything else to tell me what is in this box. When I backed this game, I actually didn't do much research into the gameplay. I heard enough, like down the grapevine, that it might be something to be good. And I was looking, okay, this is just a bunch more dudes. Okay, these are characters. These are just the main characters, but these are alternative sculpts. So you just got some alternative sculpts here. So here's like Rebecca with a shotgun, which is kind of cool. You know, okay, then you got the stupid stuff. This is something CampCon likes to do, where they'll have alternative skins that are like always the girls in like lewd outfits and stuff, just stupid stuff. Yeah, but that's that. You got like casual Chris Redfield, you know, just, you know, chilling. I could probably do without these. I think I remember these. I remember when this was happening. They were unlocking like just a bunch of different skins. And I was like, I would rather not need those because I want more gameplay. I don't really want just additional stuff. So, I mean, some of these are kind of cool, though. Like this gun he's holding, a flamethrower. That's cool. So, there you go. So the Kickstarter exclusive box appears to just be only alternative sculpts for the playable characters that you have. This one says Monster Box. So I'm wondering if this is alternative sculpts for the monsters. If we want to fall in the same path. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. So we have a bunch more monsters. I mean, they're the same. This monster box is just more of the same exact stuff. Maybe the sculpt of this hunter is a little different. The hunters are the addition of like what the lickers were in Resident Evil 2. If you know what the lickers were. Lickers are known by that crazy tongue. These guys would just be like be super fast. They'd be like just sitting here and go whoosh, they'd be on you like that. Like that. So I can't remember what the original sculpt looked like in the other one. I think those are different. Okay, these are definitely different sculpts. Like these two are different sculpts. So that's good. So you get some alternative variation with the hunter. And it looks like you have this is a different sculpt with the doggo, the Cerberus. Cool. Okay. So I mean, yeah. I mean, we've already seen all that stuff though. So what's this? Terrain. Okay. That's pretty self-explanatory. Terrain box. Terrain box. Okay, so the goal was really to like get rid of all these little boxes. No one, I just the storage. Just you got to store these games, right? That's the thought. How do I store all this stuff? Okay, so here we have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of doors, a bunch of things. My question is, do the doors open? Whoa, they do. So that's cool. Do they go both ways? They do. Okay, so let me show you kind of the design on that door. This one's kind of a riveted, kind of a busted up door. Whoop, dropped it. You also have doors for like the mansion, just wooden doors. Okay, so we have a bunch of different types of doors. What other terrain do we have? Could you imagine if it was just a bunch of doors? It looks like, okay, so this is like more doors. Is it just all doors? I don't even know what the heck this even is. Is this a window? Okay. So here we have like banisters and maybe half walls. Okay, we have banisters and half walls. I have no idea what these are. Maybe these are windows. Oh, typewriters. Oh, that's kind of cool. And the ink ribbons. That's funny. So that's a typewriter. Let's get these out. That's kind of cool. I'm going to explain this game as if no one's played the video game. So the typewriter is how you save your progress. So that's what we have here is the typewriter. And the ink ribbons are what you find in the game that you would save at a save point. So that's kind of cool. And then you have a inventory box. I don't know how this relates to the gameplay. It'd be kind of cool if this opened, but it doesn't. So that's an inventory box. And you put your stuff in there and you can later loot them at different locations. You can kind of say, because you have very limited inventory space in Resident Evil. Here, what is this? It's like stairs. I mean, what do you do with this? Do you like build terrain? You have like railing, you have steps. Kind of weird. I don't know how you all do it. I'm excited to see how this all implements. But yeah, we have like a bunch of railing and steps to build. So that's kind of cool. I'm happy with the terrain. We'll see how it plays out. The last thing in here is dead bodies. So those are going to replace those tokens that we had seen in the punch, which means we don't need to store those. And getting these all back will be hard. Yeah, they don't fit very well. Okay, the last little box. Also, we have this neoprene dashboards. So these are the player boards. I went all in for some reason. Okay. So I like the look of this. Are they all identical? They are. I wish they changed the number on the ID badge. That would have been kind of cool. Nearly dropped my knife on my foot. Yeah, I wish they changed the ID badge number. Other than that, they're all identical. So, I mean, you're also probably going to you're probably going to put your player guy up here. So that's really kind of null and void. But just, you know, for minor coolness. But it's obviously way cheaper. I understand, guys, that it's way cheaper to just print identical product. I get it. Okay, retro pack. This says, they stand now in the mansion's eerie front hall, gasping for breath. That's how the video game begins. As they begin to get their bearings, an uncomfortable truth hits them. There are only 4 star members left. No one knows whether the other teammates are alive or dead. Is this mission still to investigate the bloody murders and to find the teammates, or is it to survive and escape? This expansion will contain over 600 retro-themed cards. Wow. So this is just going to make my game look like... These are probably identical cards. I'm assuming these are all just identical cards, but they're just going to be very much akin to the video game art. So you got the green herb, you got the shotgun, they look identical to what I would expect. I mean, so this card we saw, yeah, it's just, they just make it look 8-bit almost, 16-bit, 32-bit, whatever. I can't remember what the PlayStation was. I can't remember if the PlayStation was a 16-bit or I think it was 16. Well, it might have been 32. I can't remember. Can't remember. Might have been 16. But yeah, just got some of that kind of bit design with the text. I mean, these are all the same. Yeah, here's a zombie. Yeah. The only bad thing about this product, one, you get to duplicate your stuff, so that's not bad in that regard. But what did I do here? What did I do? I put stuff in the wrong spot, so now everything's kind of messed up. Spawn of Cerberus was here. There we go. I figured it out. It's just like sleeving is going to be an impossible pain. You're not going to do that. And which one would you choose? You'd only choose one, right? So that's what this is, in case you're wondering. And I hope when I make these videos, it gives people an idea or an impression if that's something that they would want to own in the future. Okay, so now we are coming up to the end here. Let's kind of move this. We have 3 boxes here to go through. I believe these are going to be modules that are adding in story from the Resident Evil game. This one is titled Bleak Outpost. I believe the Bleak Outpost was like a facility just off-site that had experiments going on with plants and animals. Yep. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so we got some punch. Yeah, punch is so dark. It's so dark. That's the only problem with it. It's just so, oh, hey, there's me. So we're not going to open this, though. Let's see what the Bleak Outpost says here. Out in the country, beyond the trees, the darkened silhouette of another residence awaits. Smaller than the Spencer Mansion, yet no less imposing, its long shadow points you like a dagger poised to strike. Yeah, so this location, when you go there, has an overgrown plant, which is going to be referenced by this guy. Does this go on top of it? It looks like it does. That's cool. That's cool. And what's this? And then there's a shark. Yeah. This is raw. Oh no. So you got the shark. Yeah, these are all infected with the T virus. T or G. Can't remember which one. But yeah, and then you got some more cards that go with them. So yeah, very small. This is just a minor, probably, scenario that you can experience. The plant in the game was like throughout the facility, was growing throughout the facility that you're walking through, and it would strike you in these like little holes in the walls. How do they get this in here? Okay, there's this very specific way that has to go. Okay, and then this all goes in there. Okay. We're not going to punch that or open it because we already have an idea of what the punch looks like. And I'm not confident either, by the way, that I'm going to be able to get rid of this box, at least. This one's feeling, based on those contents, I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of all that. So this one says, Into the Darkness. Not sure what it's referencing. Some of the things that we haven't seen is Lisa Trevor in her basement. She was a girl that was experimented on. I think her family was by the... it's been a long time since I played Resident Evil, but she was kind of a mutated child. Okay, so Into the Darkness. The Spencer Mansion holds more secrets that can be found in its rooms and corridors. Truly witness the horrors of Umbrella's research and learn the truth of what transpired here. You must dare to search the shadowy place of the haunted nightmare. Ah, that's cool. So what this is adding are two bosses, well, at least one boss for sure. You've got Yawn, the first boss that you face in the game, the large viper snake, and that's cool. So he's like on the 3rd floor, I think, if I remember right. He's high. He's up high. Okay, so that's the first boss. And then you have the spiders, the arachnids. Giant spiders. Like my sound effects. I'm a complete nerd. And then just a bunch more cards. You know, so you can see here the difference. This is the spawn card of the normal cards and what we saw with the... retro cards, and then you got the blue herb. Cool. Okay, so these got this you know, assuming the same for the other one. You've got new gameplay rules for massive bases, moving Yawn, using Bleak Outposts and Into the Darkness together. So that's cool. And then it has scenarios: 2nd floor, 3rd floor, garden, caves, A, B, and C. Yeah, there was also a gardener's house that you could see, you can run into. I remember, God, I want to play again. It's been a long time. I did a, maybe in like 2017, I did a Resident Evil, like I played through all of it, just to get through. I wanted to play them again, so I played 0, then 1, 2, and 3. Again, I don't have a way to play Code Veronica. I played Code Veronica on my Dreamcast. That was back in like 2000. I remember because Gladiator was in theaters when I was playing Code Veronica. I have a very distinct memory of turning off my game to go see Gladiator with my family. So this is the last box. This one says nothing, so I have no idea what's inside this. It might be just storage. Okay, we just have more stuff. Okay, this is just more stuff. So we have more zombies. Oh, we have like... a female zombie. It's like, oh no. It's Enrico zombie, I think. Right? That's definitely a STARS member zombie. Oh, I do not remember what this is. I even know if I remember what this is. I cannot remember what that is at all. So that'll be exciting to figure it out. And then we have a bunch more characters. We have so many playable characters, but we only have like a total of like 8. Oh, crows. We got some crows. That's kind of cool. Pecking on a body. Some snakes. Normal size snakes. Snakes. Why do they have to be snakes? Little spiders. Ready to spray web at you. Psst. And like I said, we just have a bunch of different guys and whatnot. So there you go. So this box had no label. Is there anything underneath? No. It's just a massive hog of space. I could easily see taking all the guys. I did this in for Tenaris, and just putting them in baggies, and just because you got to get rid of some of these boxes, you got to figure out a way to condense them all to get them into a Calyx cube. If I would like to be able to have all the boxes in one cube if I can, so I have to combine all of this stuff down, figure out what they want me to do with the game trays, and then go from there. So that's my Resident Evil unboxing, Resident Evil 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it lets you guys decide if this might be a game for you based on the component quality, the things that you find inside the game and whatnot. If you would like to see some gameplay content of this game for the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below so we can schedule that kind of thing with my gamer group. Like I said, I didn't mention this. I was trying to mention this at the beginning of the video. But my intention when I bought this was to kind of be, I didn't have at the time Cthulhu Death May Die. I've now pledged that because of Season 4. But at the time I was like, I want a game that could be just like, let's play a scenario, kind of, you know, popcorn and pretzels, but have a theme or an IP that I enjoy. So that was my intention by backing this game. Plus, I haven't had a Steamforged games that I liked yet. So let's see how this goes. So that was my overall intention. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is Resident Evil from Steamforged Games. I'm Brian, and I will talk to you very soon.